On today's Blue Peter, believe it or not, one of us is flying this plane.
Stay tuned to find out who.
And I go to Danny's actual house where she actually lives.
And actually, we're in the Blue Peter garden. Hello.
Now, we here on Blue Peter love to make things, but it's even more special when you make it with somebody famous. So we went to Danny Harmer's house. Now, Danny, off the TV.
Oh, wow.
Danny Harmer is the star of her own TV sitcom Danny's House.
Okay, my legs have gone to sleep.
Breaking free.
And the theme tune of the show is also her debut single, Free. And on top of all that, she's only 20. And I'm lucky enough to be here. Not at the dumping ground, not at Danny's house, but Danny's real house. And we're going to be making something to put on her bedroom door. Shall I come in?
Hello?
This is your room?
It is indeed, yeah.
That's that.
Johnny Depp. I love him.
And this is a
Teddy bear, yeah, from my 18th birthday.
You've got a nice room, I'll give you that. I think you're missing something. Something to put on your door.
Oh, that would be a nice idea.
Are you handy?
Yeah. I'm all right, not too bad.
Let's get to work.
So, what exactly are we making?
We're making door plates where you put your name on a door. Have a little feel.
Awesome. Oh, what's it made out of?
It is made out of salt dough. Now you're going to be making my name and I'm going to be making your name.
Awesome.
Okay, we've got 300 grams of salt, 300 grams of flour. I need you to get me some water.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Now don't worry, because if you miss any of this, all of it's on the website. Fear not, people, fear not.
There you go.
Okay, first what we're going to do is we're going to get you 300 grams of flour, 200 grams of salt, and mix them together. Not only can you make stuff, you can sing as well, can't you?
I do, yeah.
What were you going to single out?
Yes, my single is called Free, and the album should be out sometime September.
Sometimes I feel like breaking free.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to pour the water into the mixture.
Okay.
And for those people who love Danny's house, is there more to come?
Yeah, I'm filming it at the moment up in Edinburgh, and we're doing 2 series this year.
You must be a busy woman.
Very busy.
Okay, now once it's at an acceptable consistency, I want you to start kneading it. So when you knead, use it. Get it right in and get your whole hand to knead it together. Like a baker.
Feels good.
So I'm going to give you a rolling pin. There you go, madame.
Thanking you.
Right, so then just roll it out.
Let's slip these chains, let's ride this wave right out to sea.
So here are our names.
Brilliant.
I'm going to take yours and you take mine.
I'll make my escape.
This is a paperclip. This is basically the hanging mechanism. Slide it in there, in the middle at the top. How does this rate in your career? I mean, this must be one of the most memorable moments, right? Okay, fine. What is your most memorable moment?
I think definitely doing the Queen's 80th birthday because I got to meet the Queen.
What did you say to her?
Do you know what? I didn't really say anything. I just kind of went and just smiled at her a bit, but she said she liked my series.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, so we've got everything here. Our dough is ready to go into the oven. So you need to get an adult to bake this at 110 degrees for 2.5 hours. That sounds like a long time.
It does, yeah.
But you can fill that time.
Yeah, absolutely. Sleeping, watching telly.
Breaking free.
Right, these have been cooled down.
Yep.
And they're ready to paint.
Awesome.
Now your favourite colour is pink, isn't it?
It is indeed, and I'm guessing green maybe?
I love a bit of green. Right, this is the finished plate, and if you want to draw an outline to the name,
Okay.
now you see this one here?
Yep.
It's pretty shiny. The reason being, it's been varnished. Now you've got to get an adult to do this. Spray it on, it'll be nice and shiny, and it takes quite a long time to dry.
Okay.
But you don't have to do a square shape.
Oh, really?
Look at all these shapes here!
Oh, brilliant.
Little stars, yeah, cat. Can you imagine the Blue Peter ship?
Awesome. I like mine. I like the pink and I love the stars. Oh, oh.
You did such a good job.
Yay.
Thank you so much. There's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
Hang it on the door.
Good idea?
Right, ready?
Yep.
Okay.
It's good.
And all these templates are on the Blue Peter website, so just toddling over there.
All right, now time to check out a weird and wonderful garden. This is Helen's patch. I'm going to get this little mini cam right now and show just how well her vegetables have been doing. Coming straight over to that nice, delicious radish there. How's yours doing, Joel?
Yeah, my weird vegetables going very well. My blue potatoes are exactly where they should be according to the growing chart at 6 weeks. And if you are growing along with us, visit the website because the growing chart is there for you.
Fantastic. Right, Springwatch is back on BBC Two for 3 weeks, and it's a show that teaches us about UK wildlife and encourages them back into our gardens. So inspired by this, a few days ago, me and Blue Peter gardener Chris Collins got together and said, why don't we encourage more wildlife back into the Blue Peter garden, starting with the pond over there. Good to see you, mate.
Andy, how you doing?
Not bad, what are we doing?
Right, first thing we need to do is find out what wildlife we've got going in the pond, what kind of habitat we've already got. So we need to do is get a sieve each like this, just a normal kitchen sieve. And you get a tray like this, and we're just going to very, very gently skim the water like this. There we go, we've got one already, mate, there.
Oh, that's a little wriggly thing. Is that a little tadpole?
It looks like a little tadpole, but I don't think it is.
Do you reckon we'll see any frogs?
I reckon there's frog in here, I really do.
What did I just see then? Chris, look at this.
Let's see, that looks like a damsel, maybe.
Chris, look. Look at this beauty.
Oh, no.
Look at him. Oh, mate, come back.
Andy, here's one.
Are you serious? Wait. There's one frog to go. All right, I'll let you have it because I'm a nice man. I'll let you have it. That's 3 frogs.
That is. Look, and they're all different colours as well. Look.
That is absolutely amazing. Oh, Chris.
What you got, mate?
No,
You
mate,
got-
look at this.
Got a new.
That's what we were looking for, look.
Hey, look at that.
Should we put that in the tank as well?
Yeah, go in there, yeah.
Once we've done clearing the pond out, we're going to put these animals back in, so they'll just be here for a little while.
Look what I've got, Andy.
What you got, man?
I've got a leech.
Oh, man,
Mate, look at that.
These are things that, like, suck your blood, aren't they?
I don't know if these ones do. Apparently they live on small insects and stuff in the pond.
All right.
They're carnivorous, but they do look the part, don't they?
Ah, that's disgusting. Before we could decide what needed to be done to the pond, we completed a pond survey to see what wildlife was already there. All right, Chris, let's see what we've got. Let's
Okay.
tick off this survey.
That's mayfly larva. Yep, got that one, mate. Check
Wicked,
that.
sounds
Yep.
good. Water beetle? No,
No, we haven't seen a water beetle. Nor dragonfly larvae.
Ah, pond skaters.
Wigglies.
I love the wigglies.
So what do we score, mate?
All right, it's at a 68, and the closer you are to 68, the better your pond is, basically.
Right.
So, we've got 27.
27. The pond is good, but could be better, yeah?
Yeah, there's definitely a room for improvement, definitely. So the survey showed the pond needed an overhaul to attract more wildlife. Phase 1, emptying it. Mate, why are we draining this pond?
Well, you know, there's a lot of plant life in there, pondweed, this kind of thing. I think all that'll suffocate the newts, the frogs, so it's best just to start again.
Sounds good.
But like everything in this garden, it gets recycled. So I'm going to take the water. I've got some very thirsty plants, so fill your bucket. Let's get going.
We recycled as much water as we could using buckets, so on to phase 2. It's time to unplug the pond, Chris.
Here we go. Whee! That's it, mate. Don't lose that.
There's actually a plug at the bottom of the pond to drain it out. All right then, Gardener Chris, man, what's next?
Well, I'm going to carry on this delightful job, get rid of the sludge, but you're going to start beautifying the place. I've got a jet washer here.
Oh, wicked.
This is a good little tool to make anything. Beautiful again, you see it, just cleans it off like this, yeah?
This is a fun job. All right, Chris, I'm going to have to stop for the time being. There's another pond and a few frogs out there that need my help.
Let's see, I'm going to have to get on with it then, aren't I?
Yeah, I'll see you
All
tomorrow.
right, cheers around the up,
See
eh?
you.
Part-timers.
I left Chris continuing the transformation, but he promised me he'd leave me plenty to help him with the next day. Look at this. It's looking a bit different, isn't it?
Morning, Andy. Yeah, there's been a bit of work going on.
And what have you done with all these bricks and stuff?
These are my planting beds, mate. So we're going to put aquatic grasses and stuff in here, make the pond nice and green. And obviously, I think the thing we need most of all at the moment is water. Yeah, mate, have a bucket.
OK, what have we got in here?
We've got rainwater.
Mate, not being rude, why have we got all these buckets? Can we just not use, like, a garden hose or something?
No, because rainwater is the purest form of water, and my plants, my animals, are going to love it the best.
All right, sounds good to me, mate. Don't worry if you haven't got enough rainwater straight away. Get yourself a water butt and start collecting now.
Very satisfying, huh?
That is beautiful.
Now, though, is my favourite part. Planting the
Planting,
plants.
it's there, yeah.
The first plant we're going to put in is this creeping bent. We'll put that along the margin, because that's excellent habitat for lots of creepy crawlies and wildlife, yeah? Right, the next plant that's going in is stonewort Andy, and this creates good underwater habitat. And the best thing about it, mate, is you just literally throw it in. Like that.
And with that, the transformation was almost complete.
Well, Andy, Cheers for all your work, my friend. You've got to admit, it's looking pretty good, isn't it?
It's all been down to me. I've really, really made this garden look superb.
And it's now time to release the wildlife.
Come on,
Go on! Go on!
This is awesome. We'll obviously be keeping an eye out on this through the year. This is a lovely garden and a pond now. Good work. And here it is, the brand new Blue Peter pond. Looking good, it's cleared up nicely actually, because the last time we did this, we put all the plants in it became really cloudy, but it's settled down. You can really see through the pond at the moment. We'll have to say a big thank you to the pond conservation guys who have given us loads and loads of knowledge and tips, as well as the guys from Abingdon, who have provided us with 120 buckets of rainwater. Thank you very much. If you want to do your own pond survey or make your own wildlife pond, head over to the Blue Peter website.
Now, earlier on, Andy said that we have been inspired by Springwatch to get more wildlife into our garden and pond, where we are now joined by the power of satellite, Kate and Chris. They're in the Penthorpe Nature Reserve in Norfolk, and we're in the Blue Peter Garden in London. Hello, Kate. Hello, Chris.
Hi, Joe. How are you doing?
We are very good. Now, Kate, what do you think of our brand new pond?
I think it's absolutely fantastic. Chris and I were having a look at your film of all the hard work that you've put into it. It's a little bit like kind of clearing up the bedroom of all the frogs and newts, isn't it? So tidying up the bedroom, hell of a job, all that muck and dirt, but now look at it, it's looking absolutely amazing. Congratulations to all of you, it's brilliant.
Oh, thank you so much. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this little mini camera in and try and get some of the wildlife that's in here. Now, I think there's some newts there. You probably can't see.
Can you see this, mate? They're right there.
Oh, there is. I'm going to go really slowly. Can you see the newts there?
Look at that.
Now, earlier on, we put it in, and this is what we got. We got some stuff here. Now, Chris, what is some of the wildlife in our pond here?
Well, you've got some fantastic common or smooth newts in there, and these are lovely animals. The males with their crest and all of those spots, those are super. You've also got some common frogs, well, plenty of those. But I have to say that although both of these animals are called common or smooth newts and common frogs, they're not common at all anymore, really. In fact, we find more of them in suburban ponds like yours than we do in the wider countryside. So there's one thing you're definitely doing there, and that's making a difference when it comes to conservation. So another big thumbs up for the Blue Peter pond.
Strong. Kate, what kind of advice or tips have you got for anyone who wants to make their own wildlife pond?
Well, the first thing is anyone can make a wildlife pond as long as they're good at digging. So do a bit of digging practice first, make a nice big hole, and then one of the really important things for attracting wildlife anywhere, whether it's in your garden or into a pond, is plants. Now, I've got here this rather pretty little plant. It's a water violet, and it's what's called an oxygenator. Try saying that when you're a bit tired. Anyway, it's an oxygenator, and it's very important because it does exactly what you'd think from a name like that. It puts oxygen into the water. It makes it a much healthier habitat for all those things like your frogs and your newts. And the other thing that it does is provide shelter, doesn't it? I mean, it's a great place for things to tuck away.
Little insect larvae will go down in here, tadpoles, young newts, that sort of thing. And you need this, otherwise they're all going to be gobbled up by the predators.
Yeah, so we don't want to see anything being gobbled up by predators. So what Chris and I would like to do is give you this plant for your pond. And I gather that by the magic of television, we can do that. So are you ready?
All right, then.
For the longest arm in history.
I'm waiting
ready?
to see it.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Whoa!
There it is.
You have got long arms, Kate. Good work.
Haven't I? Look at that.
That is absolutely amazing. Now, Chris, what have we got to look forward to in the new series of Springwatch, then?
We've got lots of exciting things happening up here at Penthorpe. At the moment, we've got a lapwing, a wading bird with a fantastic crest on top of its head.
A bit like yours, really.
Like mine used to be a few years ago, it has to be said. But it's got young that are hatching out at the moment. We've got a nest full of chaffinches, which are about to leave the nest, so that will be very exciting. Weather's going to play a role over the next 3 weeks, but we've also got kestrels on the go, a really exciting predator, which, again, you can find in London too, so they're not an unfamiliar bird, but we're going to stick our cameras right into their nest and see exactly what's going on. So plenty of treats from here on Springwatch.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, Kate. Bye-bye, Chris.
See ya.
And if you want to catch a bit of Springwatch, I'm going to just chop them off there. If you want to catch Springwatch, it is on Monday to Thursday, BBC 2, 8 p.m.
Very nice indeed. Okay, now to something completely different. I'm sure so many of you have already been on an aeroplane before. It's usually a smooth and relaxing ride. Well, recently I went on an aeroplane and I took on aerobatic flying, full of twists, turns and loops and all that kind of really cool stuff as well. Well, there was a bit of a catch. I had to do a routine, but would they let me take hold of the controls? Let's find out. Looping, spinning, rolling. High above the ground, pulling forces of up to 9G. Aerobatic pilots take their life in their own hands every day, and today I'm the one doing the flying. This is top aerobatic pilot Gerald Cooper. Today I'd be learning a stunt routine from scratch, and Gerald would be judging me. That is Gerald, and basically I do not understand how he's making this aircraft fly like this. It was clear I needed a crash course, but without the crash part. My trainer would be Mark Greener's Greenfield. Greener's was going to help me impress Gerald, but before he'd let me anywhere near a plane, I had to undergo the slightly scary pilot briefing.
The blood will pool in the lower half of the body and your brain will be deprived of oxygen. Start losing your vision. If you keep doing that, then you're going to lose consciousness.
I was feeling a bit nervous. Soon I'd be spinning round in the sky for real, in this plane, the Extra 300L. Fast, light and super manoeuvrable, this is a machine that is born to fly.
So the flying controls then, to roll the airplane, with the aileron on the wing over there, you move it out to the right. You see the size of that aileron, it's huge.
Totally flapping it.
Gives us a massive roll rate.
Okay.
And you look out that side now, and that's to roll to the left.
Okay.
All right, and this aileron moves in the opposite direction.
Gotcha.
To raise the nose of the airplane, squeeze the stick back, and the elevators at the back come up. To lower the nose, squeeze the stick forward like that, elevators go down, airplane goes down. Okay. The rudder pedals, where your feet are, moves the rudder left and right. The last thing you need to check is your stick bag. Can you reach your stick bag?
To my right. So when I'm sick, I can just pass it to you. Is that all right? Sick bag at the ready, and we were up and away for my first taste of stunt flying. The views were breathtaking, but this was no pleasure flight.
Upside down?
Yeah, upside down. Let's go for the upside down.
Well, the airplane can do this all day long.
Before I could take the controls, Greeners needed to see if I could cope with the G-forces of aerobatics. G-force is a way of measuring the forces placed on your body when you make a fast turn in something like a roller coaster, or in this case, a stunt plane.
I've been punched by an elephant.
Andy?
And then at last, it was my turn.
You have control.
I'm going to do it myself.
Yep, you're going to fly it yourself. Lift the nose up. Nose up. Check to neutral. Back into neutral to the left.
Refresh.
Oh!
That was a roll.
That was a roll. Have a look at the loop now, Andy. 3, 2, 1, loop it! Keep it coming. That's nice. Keep it going. Squeeze it back on the stick. That's good. That's good. Relax the back pressure. Now pull harder back on the stick. Pull hard. Oh, God, so harder. So harder.
That is fucking ridiculous. I like that.
All turn in 3, 2, 1 now.
Up, stop turn. Up. Let's go look at the wings to see how fast going up.
That's
Back
good.
into neutral.
Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Left
Rudder.
Right rudder
Bring
now.
it right rudder.
Okay, hold it there and then ease out the dive.
And then ease up.
Not bad, and at least I wasn't sick. But if I was going to master my routine in the skies, I had to keep my feet on the ground too.
your mental capacity is reduced in the airplane. You're going to be working hard and you're going to lose thinking capacity. So we go through it on the ground as a walkthrough to make sure that the sequence is solid in your head. Okay, so let's put ourselves mentally in the airplane. So we're going straight along. First manoeuvre is the loop. We squeeze back on the stick for the loop. Airplane comes up, relax the back pressure over the top, down the far side. G comes on, pull the stick back, wings level, stick to neutral.
That's cool.
Wings level for a couple of seconds, then up for the stall turn. So squeeze the stick back, up into the vertical, check to neutral. When the time is right, left rudder, squeeze right aileron. We turn around, pointing straight at the ground. As the nose comes down, right rudder, centralizer controls, hold it in the down line, okay, then ease it out of the dive till we get to wings level. Okay. Now it's the aileron roll, nose just above the horizon. Yep. Check to neutral, left stick. Airplane rolls around to the left, wings level, and complete. So you're broadly happy with that?
Yeah, I am actually.
Okay, let's do it enthusiastically now from this direction. Okay.
Now, I just had to do the same thing 900 metres up in the air. With the conditions above the airfield getting worse, the international stunt pilot Gerald took his position ready to judge the display by the novice stunt pilot, me. My moment of truth had arrived.
I'm looking to make sure that he's flown the figures that he's been briefed to fly and the figures that he's learnt today, which is a loop, a roll and a stall turn.
Really hope Gerald likes this. I really want to please him. Okay, you have control. I have control.
Okay, here we go. Smoke on.
Loop in 3, 2, 1, now. Loop!
Here we go.
That's good. Let's do the loop. First time. Ease on. Pull harder, pull harder. Pull harder. It's for the loop!
Good. Good job with the loop.
Okay, stall turn. Stall turn. 3, 2, 1 now. Stall turn. Look for the angle. Straighten up. Okay, left rudder. 3, 2, 1 now. Left rudder now. Oh, mate. Right rudder. Okay, roll right slightly. That's good. There we go. Ease up, dive. Ease up. Oh, nose above the horizon. Nose above the horizon. Roll left.
Good, not a bad sequence. Probably the best figure was the loop.
And we've landed.
Well, I was pleased, but was it good enough for the master, Gerald?
How do you think it went?
Mate, I absolutely love that. So exhilarating. I'm almost lost for words, but I'm kind of dreading what you've got to say.
Not too bad. It was pretty good all in all, considering it was one day's flying. Yeah, very good. I gave you an 8 for the loop. By far your best figure. It was round, considering the wind as well, a little bit egg-shaped, but all in all, started on heading, finished on heading, very good figure.
What about the stall turn?
Started okay. It started in the vertical, the wings were level. At the top though, the torque took over on the engine as you slowed down and it came off heading and finished a little bit negative on the way down, so not a very good stall turn. But generously, I gave you 4 for that.
Oh, great.
I liked the roll, the start of the roll, there was a bit of style, but it abandoned you halfway around and you came off heading and descended out. But again, generous, a 5, considering first day.
Personally, I think I had a great teacher, and it's only a matter of time, surely, before I can fly your plane, yeah?
Definitely. I'm looking over my shoulder already.
Oh, mate, thanks for a great experience, guys. Really appreciate it. I better put the shades back on then.
Good luck.
Come on, Greenie, let's get back up there.
Okay, let's go.
Come on, son. 17 out of 30. Okay, but it was early days for this co-pilot. And you know what they say? Practice makes perfect. That comes close to parachuting. It was amazing.
Right, on tomorrow's show, we're joined by creatures that could kill us. But till then, goodbye!
We'll see you later. Right, so what else is in this pond?